Hello, foodies. If you are hearing or seeing this, you are not a Patreon supporter yet, and that is totally fine. Nevertheless, thank you for listening to us. Consider joining our free Discord community by clicking on the link in the show notes. And if you can't throw a buck a week to our Patreon, why don't you leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcast or Spotify? Or better, do both of them. Also, sub to our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/food coaching. And of course, many thanks to all our Patreon supporters for supporting us financially. Now, let's start this show. Warm up in football. We all know it's important for your muscles to do a proper warm up. There's also players looking at the crowd, taking in the atmosphere or destroying their match confidence by missing a lot of sitters during warm up too. Maradona was known for doing tricks during his warm up. Cruyff tried to get away from running up and down and usually ended up just taking shots at Pete Schrijvers, which is the goalie, because that was far more important for him to stretch his muscle, he said. Me, I was a beast in warming up, doing everything our physical trainer said, hoping I did enough to not get injured. Well, guess what? I sure overdid it already and got more injuries I could count for. Matches before big finals or big games feel like warm-up games too. Feyenoord drew versus Volendam last week prior to the match versus Ajax, and you might know the result against them on this Sunday. That's the lead up to Team of the Season warm-up series. 1 week to go before Team of the Season hits. Do you take that seriously, or are we just taking some shots on goal? Do we slip if we don't take it seriously, or do you ask for a place on the bench and sit this one out before the big promo starts? Well, let's find out today how serious we have to take the Team of the Season warm-up series. My name is John. This is Food and Review, episode 603, and tonight I am not joined by Ingvi because he actually lost his voice tonight, and that's the single most crucial part of the podcasting world. So I am also joined by none other than the producer/seducer, the writer of the In Edit Time blog, which we might get an update on too. It's none other than Carl.
Hi, John. Hello, footies. Nice to be back on the pod.
Hello, my friend. I hope you like the intro. I really tried there.
Yeah, I know. I absolutely love the intro. And yeah, the Foot in Added Time blog is coming back. I am busily writing it and I will send it out very soon.
Awesome. So if you haven't checked it out, the older blogs, I should say, but very soon the new one as well, all are available on foodandreview.com, written by Kyle himself. So go check it out. Can you give us a little bit of a spoiler about this week's topic?
Yeah, so this week I'm going to be covering why the blog took a little bit of a hiatus since September.
You got a pretty good reason for that.
Yeah, I think I've got a good reason. And I'm also going to talk about a new formation that I tried over this week, which is a 4-3-3-2, looking at some of the weaknesses and certainly some of its strengths, and I really enjoyed it.
A 4-3-3. Second, this is going to be interesting, though.
Second variation, yeah, with the DM. Yeah, it was good.
One of the most frustrating parts for me is being a Dutchie is we love 4-3-3. We grow up with 4-3-3, but I still think there's too many flaws in FC and any FIFA before that, though, to make a 4-3-3 viable on a higher level. So I'm very curious what your blog will say about that.
Cool.
We knew pretty late, Kyle, what the content would be today, which I think it's a pretty cool thing. What do you think?
Yeah, I really like it. I think this is it is. It's a warm-up series, isn't it? I think what we've now sort of dropped from Golazo into is Team of the Season warm-up. And what that means is, and I've written about this in my blog as well, is that it's a time for us to maybe save a few packs, see what, build a bit of hype for Team of the Season. And importantly, I think, get a bit of a sense check in terms of where we're at with our squads.
Yeah, definitely. Before we start warm-up series, though, I have something about the last 2 weeks. I got a lot of, I wouldn't say hate, but I got a lot of comments that people said, I said apparently that I used the players which are best to get an edge, and I didn't like switching my whole team around, using players that are probably a little bit less good. Well, I tried it differently this week. I've backed a whole lot of players. My prince of this week has been Lampard, which I packed 4 whopping times. So I was like, it feels sort of a waste not trying these players either. So what I did is I kept the players I am seriously thinking these are like the top players. Mostly Pele and Casillas. The rest I wasn't too keen on or too hard for. But I changed like every 5 or maybe 8 or 10 matches, something around that. I changed players around like 3 or 4 players in the team, just replacing them, playing the same formation, switching those players around. And I got a whole lot of players I tried, Cal. I'll give you a short list if you're in for it.
Go for it.
I used Van Nistelrooy, the 92 rated. I used the 91 rated Schweinsteiger. I was actually hardly used, but I used now the 89 rated Rijkaard card. I used the team of the season Xavi card. I used Van der Sar, which I don't like. That's a hint. I used Prince, the 94 rated Prince. I used 92 rated Lampard, which of course was also a pretty cool card. I used the 89 and the 91 Van Persie, the 91 Sanchez, and the 91 rated Klose. So about, I don't know, maybe 10 players, a dozen players, somewhere around there. All for about 5 till like 10 matches, switching around a little bit. You know what my conclusion is from playing all these players over the week?
Go on then, John, drop your conclusion.
It doesn't matter a bit.
No,
so it's, sorry,
yeah, go for it.
It's insane. So yes, I definitely notice the difference if Pele plays or not, right? I think Zico, for example, is a player which just works for me, and I notice if he doesn't play. But then I look at, I use Zola, Van Nistelrooy, Klose, you Prince, you name it. For me, it doesn't make a single bit of difference. I looked at the stats, I put players next to each other. They got somewhat similar stats, similar ratings. Some have a different play style. The only thing I noticed is I like the smaller Zola, for example, better than the big Van Nistelrooys. But it's not a major difference. So I was like, let's try the midfield. Xavi, Schweinsteiger, Gullit, Rijkaard even. I used 89 Rijkaard. Again, they can all do a tackle. They can all pass around. I found Xavi sort of stood out, but I think it's majorly his body type as well. Being short and small, turning around faster, which is sort of why I liked it. But it doesn't make a difference. If I kept the key components in my team intact, the top players like Casillas, like my center defenders, like Roberto Carlos, which I really like, I kept the same results and I kept the same amount of goals. So I was like, let me review these players. But it would be mostly the same reviews. I would look at the price and like, okay, I think Prince is a better value than Van Nistelrooy because it's cheaper. But that will be the review because I don't think there's much difference between them. What have you felt this week?
Yeah, I agree with you, John. Like the volume of players that are in the rounds at the moment that are of similar quality is really, really madness at the moment. Like I've been using while I was evoing Peter Crouch's objective card from his 88 to an 89, and I stuck him in and played rivals. I played cup games with him. Absolutely fantastic card, but he's 89 rated. And then I try Viali Hero, and it was exactly the same. And there was 4 rating difference. Viali's got slightly different play styles, but I feel like there's not that much material difference in the way that I score goals, in the way that I create goals, the way that I defend with those players as well. I think other players that I recently brought into my team were the Fantasy FC Stanway card, 93 rated. I put her in over Team of the Year Oberdorf for a few games. Excellent card. Like, Oberdorf's a Team of the Year and Stanway's Fantasy. There's very little difference in terms of the way they play, the way they operate. Both 4-star, 4-star. Great cards in their own right as well, but nothing very, very different. And I was looking to pack them both untradeable, so have that ability just to switch them in and out. And I'm like you, John. I found my team doesn't really change from the players that I put in. They're all about the same sorts of rating. I think my latest switch included swapping Bastoni Showdown SBC for Desailly. And again, played a few games with Desailly. Feels exactly the same as Bastoni. So it's kind of, I think, a real good opportunity for us if you like to try different cards and feel empowered to have a bit of fun with your team and sort of not necessarily stick to the same, 11 and the 7, 9, 8, on the bench that you kind of swap in and out. You kind of got that option to try different cards, have a bit of fun with the game at this point, and certainly in Showdown, like having cars that maybe get upgraded as well. That actually you may have stored them in the club and forgotten about them, and bring them back into your team and see what they're like, see what they stand up to, and see how they compare. But yeah, for me, I feel exactly the same way as you, John, and yeah, I think a bit of a fun time for us all if you've got if your club's not there and you've not put everything into SBC heaven, then you have some fun with some of the cars in your club.
Yeah, and it's sort of weird. It doesn't matter, but it also matters, and I'll try to explain that. So this week I was trying some new formations, building some new teams, and I honestly was like, I don't even know what to choose. Yes, I put Pele in instantly. And I was like, who's going to be the other one? Let's try something. And it all worked out. But here's the thing. I packed Lampard. And I was like, oh, that's actually can be really cool, right? Then I packed him 4 times and kept being a little bit less cool. But the fact you pack a 92 top-rated card with stats in all the right places, and I didn't even go like, yes! But I went like, okay, where can I put this one in? Then I look at the SBCs and I'm like, none of these SBC will probably be having an impact on my team as well. Now what? So yesterday I was putting cards into an 81 plus or 80 plus player pick. I don't even know which one it was. Putting it in, I was like, oh yeah, I got a special card. Oh, I got a high rate card. Oh, that's cool. An hour later, I was like, I don't even know why I did this because there's no wow feeling. There's those elite cards, right? The Ronaldos, the Gullets. I think this week Vidic, I don't know how much he is, but that could be one of those cards from like, that could be nice. I don't know which top cards we did get.
We got Ronaldinho SBC.
Yeah, but that's an SBC. But in packs you got, I think Vidic was about the only one which like, if I pack him, that could be cool. But yeah, it's some of the cards. Those cards are expensive. Any other card are very cheap. So if you pack a Violi, which is of course an insanely cool card, cool player, got everything in the right stats. I'm just checking how much he is now.
He is 44k.
I mean, that says it all, right?
Yeah. Well, I just looked at the Golazo team from there's literally just gone out of packs, and yeah, you mentioned around maybe cars you do want to pack. I see the 93 rated Kaká as well on there, and the Jarzinho and the Puskas. Like, yeah, those are really good cars to go after. But did I ever see them come out of an 80 plus pair pick or any of the fodder packs that I got from rivals? No. Did I hit Riziki baby hero about 5-6 times? Yes. I eventually got his big bro card, his 92, but again I was like you, John, I got it and I'm like, yeah, okay, great. That's a card that I can maybe bring off the squad and put him in for a few games, but there's no wow excitement there. There's no like absolute yes, I'm gunning for Riziki 92. But yeah, nice card. And I eventually did pack Lampard and I felt exactly the same way. He didn't even walk out, which was the best thing. It was like an 86-3 and I got Lampard as the just hiding in the back.
Yeah, that's weird as well. Then you see a big icon like, oh, wait, did I get that one? Yeah, I don't know if this was... I don't... It feels like summer where you don't mind, you don't care what comes out of your packs anymore. And this time, team of the season is yet to start. And I think, I'm not saying it, I think it's bad. I do think it makes opening packs somewhat more fun and grinding out with the new rival rewards, which still complement EA for that. So much better. And I think there's so many people not dropping in lower divisions anymore, but just grinding their way up. this was the fix we asked for, this is the fix they gave. And I think it's working, and it will work if they keep this going. Because, for me, I picked another one striker. I forgot, I got them for my rewards. Lineker, for example. Same thing, good player, but hey, I don't even know which one to pick. But the problem is, I don't know which one to pick. So what happens next week during Team of the Season, or we'll talk about the content that we got released today. I'm like, on paper, these cards should have to be very much better than the ones I've got to make it for me enticing to go grind for them. And I just I didn't like Evo either way, but that's just me. But I stopped doing any Evos because it makes zero sense for me to try a card, play a lot of games with it, get a +1 or +2 on him, and a week later some card jumps out which is higher rated, has similar stats, and is 30k on the market. No.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the power curve moved on so quickly early on in the cycle that gave us that level of player that really focused on, or like really pushed our teams on really quickly. I remember Winter Wildcards was a really strong period for our clubs and how they had our teams, how they evolved. But I think we saw this a bit in the World Cup promo last year, that the power curve moved on really quickly, and then we all packing cards that actually didn't really change the outlook of our teams. It was very rare, unless we packed an absolute really high tier super card that made any material difference. A lot of the cards were either the same sort of style of player, or they were kind of a really minor upgrade. And I think we're kind of falling into the same sort of cycle this year. I think what EA have done, I agree with you in terms of the rivals packs and the rewards that they've given out has been really helpful in terms of grinding fodder. But I think now we've run into an issue where we've got really good amounts of fodder and nowhere to put them that we really want to. I've certainly struggled to do any of the player SBCs this week. None of the heroes really stood out to me. I've only really done them when I've had dupes. So I completed Nakata with dupes. So I was like, that's
But do you use Nakata? That's the thing.
Nakata's not even made the squad. I think what I'm hoping for with that sort of card is maybe he falls into an Evo, or there's a cup that's a certain rating. We have seen that quite recently. That when we if we want to play a cup, you have to have a certain level of players. But like, I didn't absolutely burn out to go and do that card. That was a card that I completed through duplicates. So, much of a muchness.
Consider the power curve is that high. We now have Team of the Season 1. Shall we take a dive in and see how that compares, if there are any enticing players there, and what are thoughts on them?
Yeah, let's jump into content. So I'll be. Do you want me to be Ingvi?
Yes, go ahead, Ingvi.
Go on then, Ingvi Carl on there. So today we got a 77 plus major league double upgrade. So that is our eFigs. So that's our major leagues upgrade that we can save all the way until Team of the Season is released. So that requires, I think, 5 players, no rares. So I think that's a really helpful pack if you're going to be grinding Team of the Seasons and wanting to pack them early doors and really build up a good pack store over this week. And certainly I'll be doing some of those into the week as and when I do my gold upgrades. Also, we've got the 80 plus player pick still there. We've still got the 84 plus 7. We have a daily login upgrade, which I think is really nice. That ties into the objective, so there are packs to get from that. And what else we got? We got Showdown SBCs. So we have also got the Sergio Roberto and Nordi Michele. That's the Champions League second leg. I think Barcelona won the first game 3-2 earlier this week. Mm-hmm. So, and the second leg is at Barcelona. So Roberto is the home team. Barca are the home team for that tie, but PSG still very much in it. And then also we had a really interesting SBC of Frederick Jensen and Sebastian Haller, and that related to the FC Pro final, I think. as well. And I have, again, another player that I completed just from duplicates was the Hala card as well. So I think that's a really, I find the pro Evos, not Evos, the SBCs a little bit weird, but if they upgrade, they upgrade. I think I did the Ajax card a few weeks ago, and he somehow upgraded in my club as well. I was like, yeah,
that wasn't for their in a real life performance. I think
no, it wasn't. It was a pro tournament.
Sorry, it took me 38 years to make these jokes, so I won't stop.
No, and I think we did have a question in the Discord, didn't we, John? Less around player of the months, but I can briefly mention
definitely go ahead.
Player of the months that we got. So we got Rodrigo Muniz, which is one squad, and he is a 85 rated squad with a Premier League player. So which I think is not bad value. He's an 87 rated, probably a bit behind the power curve now. Probably not, again, one of those players that I'm not rushing to complete, but I will probably complete if I have a load of 85 dupes. And one of the players that I mentioned in the players that I already had for Showdown SBC is Alessandro Bastoni, who has a Serie A Player of the Month.
Yeah, and the question was, but the person that sent it is now on stream mode, so these days on Discord you can just see the first letter. So H has player of the month become less and less irrelevant. It's just gone downhill since Mbappe. Vinicius was disappointing, and today's player of the month were two. When did a player of the month last get into your team? Well, with the current power curve, I should say, it has to be insanely good that it got into a team. But my last player, I can fairly answer, was Salah. Yours, Cal?
My last player of the month that I played in Rivals was the James Maddison SBC that we got right at the start of the year.
Yeah.
That was the last when we first started the cycle. That was one of the first cards that SBCs that I made it into my team. More recently, I completed the Rasmus Højlund Player of the Month striker card, and that was really helpful for the cup that we had a few weeks ago. So I do use them, but they're nowhere near my team.
No, I find it a weird Player of the Month anyways. It is, of course, a promo that's not selected by EA, or the players aren't selected by EA. Yeah, put them out to fans, basically. These are just fan cards. Get special cards from players. And if it's a really good card that's very meta, if that makes sense, they have to price it fairly high either as well. Well, with the current power curve, there are very cheap cards that are pretty much better anyways, right? Straight from the bat. So Player of the Month doesn't make much sense, but we can say the same about Team of the Week. I packed an 89 Leao last week, I think. Last Team of the Week, which was quite expensive, 400k or something even. I was like, why is this card 400k? Like, it's 4-star. Yeah, Leao was good the first 2 months of the game. But there's no way you can get into anyone's. I don't know if I kept him. If I kept him, he's probably ending up in Alavaran or something, because what do you do with it? I think if you get rewards of this high, if you put the power cups this high, if you put the drop rates higher than ever, at least it feels that way to me, then some of the old promos / old SBC types just don't make much sense anymore. And Player of the Month is one of them.
Yeah, I agree. I maybe showing my age and how long I've been playing Ultimate
You're
Team.
a youngster, mate. Still,
I'm 30 soon.
30 soon. Never mind.
But I remember when we had player of the months and team of the weeks. That was the only things in packs, that the things that we grinded for the rivals, and that's what we played champs for the red picks and the team of the weeks, and those were our promo cards, and those
made a difference.
Yeah, exactly. Those made the difference to our teams, and that's what we went for. So when we did have a player of the month, that's the upgrade that it gave our teams.
Yeah.
Now the 87 Muniz card, yeah, it's great if you're building a Premier League Brazilian, or you want a Fulham past and present team. Absolutely, like great card for those people. But for I'm not a Fulham fan myself, so like that card doesn't really have any material grab for me to go out and rush to do it. It's not going to be better than Vialli that I packed earlier in the week, who's 93 rated. And you can buy Vialli for less than 50k. So are you going to spend that amount of coins and enjoy that rather than put untradeable fodder into an SBC like that may or may not be in an upgrade, and if may or may not fit an Evo that comes later down the line. And if you're that way inclined, then absolutely, it's cheap and cheerful in that respect. But not for me. But back when we were grinding for team of the weeks and player of the months, they were absolutely what we wanted. And if I think along with team of the week, it could do with a bit of a enhancement, but I'm not sure how much EA are gonna be able to do that. They've almost got a hand behind their back in terms of the players and how they select them and ultimately how they feel in game and what their rating is.
Definitely. We'll talk about team of the week. We've had the last team of the week officially.
Last team of the week. It always tends to happen. Well, it does happen before team of the season. So we've got best of team of the week in packs this week. Again, fantastic. So if you want a special team of the week card, you can absolutely go and try and grab one of those. I think when team of the weeks go out of packs, team of the weeks probably don't spike in terms of rarity until maybe later into the summer, but they are useful for SBCs. We do have the 83 plus team of the week pick for an 82 and an 83 squad. It is very viable if you do need those team of the weeks. So I know a couple of SBCs may require them. I'm not sure about the player of the month SBCs or any of the SBCs that we're likely to get over the warm-up series will require team of the weeks, but we shall see on that. But I think more generally, this is the last one, so no more team of the weeks in packs, and we will have to grind the player pick or start packing some of the best of.
Such a shame. I'm so looking forward to Wednesday night. Do you remember we actually had a Wednesday night show just because team of the week came out? Well, that wouldn't make much sense these days, Ines. But like you said, these are cards used for SBCs. Period. I think maybe if you can use player of the month cards as if they count as team of the week cards, maybe that would make more sense. People would do them just to have higher rated follower in case if they need it. I was looking at this week we had the 84 times 7 SBCs, which required one team of the week card, I think. But my lowest rated team of the week card was 88 rated. I was like, does this make sense? Tossing it in. I did one. Do you know what my highest player was in that pack?
86.
No, Lampard. So it did make sense, but I was like, now I got a 92 rated too, so it doesn't really matter. That card kept chasing me this week, which is insane. But that doesn't matter. No, it's best of team of the week. I think they're missing some players here, though.
Yeah, I'm not. Let me see what the squad is, and I might be able to bring it up on my.
Yeah, so I got it in front of me. We got 92 Bonmati, 92 Mbappe, 91 Benzema, Osimhen, of course. But mostly what I'm missing here, there's no Virgil van Dijk or Salah, which I find a little bit weird. Nevertheless, lowest rated is 88 rated, I think. So you can't really go wrong packing any of these anyways. Vinicius there, Bonmati is a really cool card. Mbappe, of course, please let me back him. But I don't really mind it, but it almost feels like there might be 2 weeks of this promo if I look at this. But that isn't the case, right? Please say it's not the case.
I don't think so. It doesn't say week 1 anywhere. So I'm hoping like you, John, it's not 2 weeks. Yeah, I think best of even by EA's admission, like they're nice cards, but we talked about player of the month. We already had a player of the month, Mbappe. So if you really wanted Mbappe, you had the fodder. You probably already have him. He was like a 92 rated. So that's exactly the same with his team of the week. If anything, it makes these cards on the market go down in value because they're being resupplied again. So like, it makes them cheaper. And I also I noticed the Dybala at 89 card. I packed him from a player pick this week. So that was before the best on was in packs. So yeah, I think they're nice cards. Are they going to change the team that we talked about? Probably not. Are they going to be used for fodder, used for SBCs? Probably yes.
Maybe Mbappe though.
Yeah, I think maybe Mbappe, maybe Bonmati. Yeah, that for me is probably maybe Vinny Junior, and that's probably it. If I pack any of the others, they're probably going into fodder SBC. Certainly, if I get Dybala again, it'll be a duplicate.
That would be nuts though. That's all right. Kyle, you know what also is part of a podcast job?
What is also part of our podcasting job?
It is to go to an advertisement break. But if you are listening to this and you're like, hey, I don't want any breaks anymore, then actually do listen to this break and listen to what we have to say there. You might not listen to any other break anymore right after that. We'll be back with, of course, my next SBC, which I have to do because I definitely need to get my fodder out of the way, Kyle. And we'll see after that. We'll be right back after this. Hi, it is John, and I know advertisements or breaks in podcasts sucks, but they do keep this show running. So are you, however, tired of these advertisements or are eager to find the forward button to skip these? There's actually an easier way to do that and getting our shows earlier while you're at it. Check out patreon.com/FUT in review and support us through there. Starting from $1 a week, you can get discounts on coaching from the team at FUT Coaching. You get no more advertisements, special bonus content, and access to our events. And if you are on Spotify, you can also click the sub button there. So check out patreon.com/FUT in review or the sub button on the exclusive content on Spotify. And now let's return to the show. And we're back. So this was an interesting break. We were discussing what is the next topic on the list. Kyle, you said there's a certain right back that came out. Suddenly, break over and we kept talking about it.
Yeah, I know. We got into a full blown show off air. No, I think we were just talking about the Zambrotta SBC. So yeah, looks a really absolutely nuts card with his Anticipate and his Relentless Plus. Player all across your both fullback positions because he's 5-star as well. So yeah, and it looks a really good card. Juventus links. John, I know you've got an affinity for Juventus players. Myself, I'm a Notts County fan, so yeah, there's lots of black and white stripes that kind of entice us into this SBC. For me, I've already got the FUT birthday Reece James 91 rated, so it's like, for me, is that really much of an upgrade on Reece James? If I have the fodder, then yes, but I probably end up doing upgrade SBCs the rest of this week. Your thoughts, John?
So here's the thing. Normally, there's Zambrotta. It's an instant do for me, right? There's a couple of players I always try to get in my team. Zambrotta is one of them. Roberto Carlos is one of them, which, we got that SBC and a new player. Again, a little bit disappointed about that. But then, again, he's there. But we got Roberto Carlos. He's in my team. And I'm using Cafu currently, the 91 rated Cafu, which, it's a pretty cool card. So if you would ask me neutrally, should you do a new Zambrotta card 1 week before the season hits? My answer regularly would be, nah, just wait. But sure, I'm a Juventus fan, so sure, it has a little bit of affinity with it. But that is not even the case. I'm going to make this bold statement. In FIFA, and probably in FC24 as well, although I haven't tried them yet, there are no better defensive full backs than Zambrotta. He's the only, I think, fullback that can actually defend really well too. Cafu has decent defending. This one has got great defending. He's got the great play styles, like you said. I don't know actually if you said that during the break or just did now. But he's got the raccoon, so that's pretty cool. He's not that expensive either. The SBC is doable, I think. It's 600,000, 700,000 in total. But then again, with these folders we now have, it won't ever cost anything near that. 92 pace, which is good, but 5-star. And you can play him right back or start him left back. Doesn't matter. He can do both. And he's like, that is pretty impressive if you ask me.
Yeah, I think the other helpful thing that maybe we've glossed over is he's also an icon, so he gets chemistry and links to other players, boosts other players you team up as well. So yeah, I think absolutely really fantastic card. I think you're probably talking me into maybe having a look at this one, John. I'm just looking at his highest rated squads. They're both highest rated of 89 squads. No team of the week requirements, and 10 squads with 2 of them being a silver and a bronze squad. So very doable card with fodder that we have. I think the only challenge is going to be how much fodder do we want to put into this versus doing upgrade packs for potential TOTS.
Yeah, that's the thing. And what do you get with TOTS? That's always like the biggest question. Is it still worth it? What is very good with Zambrotta, he's still in for 60 days. So you can also wait until team of the season hits and see if that actually does.
Yeah, you can. You can sort of wait out, and certainly within TOTS, we're going to get high rated cards that we get duplicates for. So those 89 squads are going to be far easier to complete because there are going to be more high rated cards on the market available to buy, packs, you name it. They're going to be there when team of the season hits. So high rated squads like that just become really, really easy to complete. So this could be a card that you just grind towards very slowly with duplicates and fodder over the next 2 months. And we'll be well into summer by then, and we'll be into June and silly season.
Well, that's usually when I take my big break though. But I think this could be a real cool card, and just the only thing that keeps me holding back from saying you got to do this card because it's just 1 week left for team of the season. But anyways, do you think how many right fullback with 5-star that can also play left back and have good defending stats and play styles will actually come out during it that would fit your team because you are chemistry dependent with June team of the season? I'm unsure about that, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think we'll quite get that level of card just yet. I think we're going to get some cards that maybe are higher rated and maybe have three play styles. That's probably the only difference. Not confirmed, but that's a hunch that from team of the year we had 2 play style pluses that kind of then followed the promos. I suspect team of the season will be 3 play style pluses, and from there, so that might be the only thing that differentiates it. But we're not going to get 5-star fullbacks anytime soon. Not until, like I just said, silly season hits and we're getting shapeshifters and all the rest of it. I'm
definitely going to mark this clip though for once it hits next week or this Sunday we get SBC 5-star fullback.
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely, cliff it up.
Usually when I say something like that, we get it the next week. So, Kyle, I was wondering 2 things. Well, it's been a while since we have you on the show. So my first question is, which formation are you playing now? Is it the 4-2-3 second variation like you're writing the blog about?
So I'm kind of flicking between maybe 3 formations at the moment. So the new one that I was trying was the 4-3-3 second variation. I do like the 4-3-2-1, but that is very common and people know how to play against that, so not as effective as what it used to be. And the other formation that I do tend to play is a 4-2-3-1, and that's a very stable, nice triangles. Know where the players are. You build up really nicely. Those are the kind of formations that I'm running at the moment.
Yeah, and what would you say is your favorite player?
Favorite player. So I think recently I packed Winter Wildcards Raul with his finesse plus. I ran him in weekend league last week and I really liked him. His finesses outside the box are ridiculous. Another player that I really like is the base Maldini that I managed to go in for. Great defender. Can't see him leaving my team anytime soon. But yeah, those 2 cards I really enjoy.
The base Maldini, is he 88 rated card?
No,
92.
92. I think he had did he have a baby?
SBC, yeah, I have the SBC one.
Yeah.
Which I also packed the regular one like 2 weeks later. And that was wonderful as well. I have the Maldini as well in my team still. I think that's one of those cards which is not leaving my team, I think.
Yeah.
Even though he has no play styles, even though he has, like, if you look at stats, it's not there, but still does the job.
Yeah, for me, it's like the Virgil van Dijk. Like, there's something about those cards where they play above their stats. They're solid. They're reliable. Maldini as well. He's left-footed, so he's absolutely perfect for the left centre back or left centre back in a back three as well. With that left foot playing out from the back, it's really, really handy. Rather than just sticking a right footer there, you've got that option to go the opposite side and play left foot too.
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Like Maldini is like the Zambrotta as well, like where Ronaldo always works, where Zambrotta always works. There's something about the size of the player and just the animations or something. It's just perfect cards to keep in your team. That's awesome though. I've played a lot 4-3-2-1 this week, honestly. I had a couple of formations in my setup to try 5-4-1, 4-5-1, 5-3-2, 3-5-2, changes like that. But honestly, if I just need wins, the 4-3-2-1 is, and I've been saying this from week 1 in FC24, so go check it out if you doubt me on that. But I think 4-3-2-1 will always be good formation the more manually the defense needs to be. And this year it's been more manual than ever. Some people say it's not, but you seriously won't block a shot if you don't select that player. And the 4-3-2-1 is very effective on turnarounds, but also if you pass around the box, there will always be a wrong switch or a late switch from one of the opponent's defenders, which makes you just able to just take a tap through and go for it. Combine that with a good striker, and 4-3-2-1 is just a goal scoring machine, I think, and not much you can do about that. And you see it on pro level as well. Players often play 4-3-2-1 versus each other, or something that has a bit more control, and they try to build up very slowly. And because pro level you don't see the high press, you won't really see that explode, if that makes sense. But in non-pro level, I don't think you usually have the time to just pass around, because people are a little bit more gung-ho about go and chasing with a 4-3-2-1.
Yeah, definitely. No, I agree. It's been a very popular formation for a number of years now, and yeah, certainly this FIFA EAFC, that it's kind of really showing its prevalence. I used to run 4-3-2-1 in the days of when 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1 were absolutely running riot, and two striker formations played really strongly, and that was one of the first formations that I actually thought counted it really nicely. But yeah, definitely very, very popular now. You do see it at all levels of the game.
Awesome. Well, when can we expect the blog? The end time?
Yeah, blogs. Yeah, so I'm busily finishing it. I've started it today. I'm hoping to have it done by the weekend. So hopefully early next week.
Early next week. Check it out on footinreview.com and say thanks to Kyle. His socials are there as well, of course. It's good to have you back, mate. It's good to have you writing some blogs again. I always enjoyed reading them. It was a highlight of my week. And I'm still very happy you now write them on our side. So I don't have to look very far for getting them.
Yeah, it's good to be writing again. And yeah, certainly took a bit of a hiatus with lots of family things going on. But yeah, in a good space and not stop playing the game. So yeah, looking forward to sharing my thoughts with you all.
Brilliant. Kyle, big weekend league plans or nah?
It is my birthday weekend, so I'm
let me just scribble that one down.
So I'm a bit out of the house at the moment. I don't think I've fully qualified yet, so we shall see. But I am off work until into next week, so I might have a few hours throughout the weekend and into next week.
Awesome. Specific target set or just enjoying it?
Yeah, I just enjoy it. I think I usually hit about 11. Sometimes I hit 14. Yeah, I'm just in there for the good time, and yeah, just enjoy it. I did grind up to Division 1, so I'm done with the sweat fest of rivals. That is that, and I will take a break from that this week and just enjoy champs and have a nice birthday.
That's good, man. Enjoy your birthday. I've been playing some Rivals Elite with Nathan co-op this week. That's something different, though. That is worth a podcast on its own. But I would say if you value your sanity and you just want to play some fun co-op games, don't go over the partner that's in Elite currently, because that's a bit too much. We've faced players that just are so fast with switching, turning around, and just reading us that we didn't like. We got big defeats, but also we got no chance to actually get a shot in, which is very frustrated. And this is probably the last joke I'll make about it, but it felt a little bit like Ajax playing Feyenoord this weekend. I'll stop. Hey, thank you very much. Once again, I want to show that we have donated, of course, to Macmillan Cancer Foundation. You can see that on the socials. Communication from Macmillan thanking us as well. Thank you all for supporting the cause. We really appreciate that. If you want a shirt, they're I think most likely on the way. If you're listening to this show now. And if you want to support us, of course, check out patreon.com/FUT in review. It's $1 a week, and you get tons of extras, tons of advertisement-free shows, of course. The trading show will be back probably soon as well, and more custom tactics from the team of FUT Coaching. So go check them out. And check out Archon's YouTube channel, because he's making a video about his rank 1 Weekend League tactics, I think. So that's going to be cool as well. Kyle, thank you very much. It's been a while, but let me see if you still know what to do. What's the last thing we have to do today?
Well, the last thing we have to do is
drop it.
Drop it.
FUT. In review. FUT.